Hello, you big, beautiful Broadway world, and welcome back to Next on Stage Dance Edition, sponsored by LaDuca Shoes. I'm your Broadway buddy, Ben Cameron. I don't even know who I am. I'm so excited. That's the point. I'm so excited to be here with you because today we are announcing our big top three for our dance competition here on Broadway World. It's big stuff. It's high stakes, and you are the reason that we have arrived at this point. Last week, we introduced you to our top 5 dancers in the high school category. Since then, you have voted, and they are back tonight, and we're revealing that top 3, as I mentioned before. They received the most votes in our last round of voting, which opened up on Monday, August 9th, and closed last night at midnight. You voted them into our top 3, and now you love them. Our esteemed panel of judges is going to have a chance to weigh in on the performances, and we'll see who makes it through to the final stretch, because someone's going to win this thing. Someone is going to win this. Not only are they going to look at our top 3 this evening, they are also going to look at 3 awesome almosts. Those are people who very nearly made it into the top 3, and our judges will wield their power once more to put one of those very talented dancers through into the final round, competing for your votes. So let's talk about the judges who hold all of this power, so much power. Let's welcome to your screen the fabulous man, myth, legend, the Gucci of shoes, Mr. Phil LaDuca.
I'm kind of wielding my power here a little bit.
Wield it, yes. Elikanama, nama, nama, atum, atum. Phil, we're at the top 3. I feel like we blinked and we're there. Do you feel inside your mind and your heart and your soul, did you have any inkling on maybe who's in this top 3?
I have suspicions, and I'm keeping it wide open because they have been very surprising. The last round really took us really, yes, they really jumped the shark last week, and it was great to see. So I'm very anxious to see what they're bringing this week, and I have some ideas, but open-minded.
All right. Well, we'll check with that later and see how you did. Tyler Haynes is with us he's on location, where Tyler Haynes should always be his own star dressing room.
Yeah, come on. How's it going?
Tyler, top 3. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I'm excited. I know Phil, my colleague, was like, I have an idea. I don't. I'm always like, who's it going to be? And I love that element of surprise, and I can't wait to see whoever they are, what they bring to the table. So I'm thrilled to be here and see what happens next.
It could be anybody's game.
Anybody.
And Dilise Croman, fabulous Dilise Croman, is here with us.
Hey.
What's up, Dilise?
Yeah.
I like your hat lamp. That feels very on brand. I don't know.
Very theatrical.
Very theatrical.
Frosty from last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Theatrical, you've got a friend with you here that I think really plays into our competition, since someone's going to win some LaDuca shoes.
Yes.
And you know a thing or two about having a LaDuca shoe.
I know a thing or two.
Who's that friend?
This baby.
And
Phil
who's that name for?
The Dilise shoe.
But
of course. And this was made for me by Phil. Gosh, Phil, I don't even know. Years ago. It's my favorite shoe that I wear in auditions, performing, rehearsal. Love it.
To sleep in.
What'd you say?
To sleep in, to shower in.
To sleep in.
Small.
All the dues.
The shopping.
It's hilarious. You should see Dilise try to walk without them. It's really a mess.
It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible.
She's lost all her skill. All right, we're glad to have you all here with us. This week's theme, we've asked our dancers to perform to a song from a movie musical, which also is wide open to interpretation. Do you guys have a favorite movie musical or dance sequence from a movie musical?
Broadway rhythm. Singing
it's not me. Everybody dance.
Everybody dance. I like Cell Block Tango from Chicago.
Nice.
That's epic.
It is.
A Fred Astaire and Sid Charisse, and I think it's called Dancing in the Dark. Bandwagon.
Bandwagon.
That's for me. It's perfect.
I saw recently that I just loved so much was I think it was Put On Your Sunday Clothes in the Hello Dolly film, which is just this giant, huge spectacle, and the camera zooms out, and it's unbelievable. So it's so fantastic. All right. For those of you who are watching at home, if you'd like to learn more about our remaining contestants or our judges, you can scan the QR code that is below to view Broadway World's Stage Mag, which is an interactive virtual program to help you get to know all of the contestants and our fabulous celebrity judges. And guess what? You, my friends, you can help create your own show program, your very own personalized one, by visiting stagemag.broadwayworld.com. And I think you should. And I think you should create your own program. All right, let's do it. Top 3. The stakes have never been so high. Feels like just yesterday we were whittling them down from our top 30. Here we go. First up in our top 3, Raven Alanis. Hey. Raven is going to be doing a self-choreographed It Won't Be Long Now from In the Heights, very recent movie musical. And today, Raven wants to send a special shout out to all the teachers that she has worked with since she was 2 years old that has helped her get better and better as a dancer. Let's check it out. This is Raven.
The elevated train by my window doesn't faze me anymore. The rattling screams don't disrupt my dreams. It's a lullaby in its way. The elevated train drives everyone insane, but I don't mind, oh no. When I bring back boys, they can't tolerate the noise, and that's okay, 'cause I never let them stay. And one day, I'm hopping that elevated train and I'm riding away. It won't be long now. The boys around the way holler at me when I'm walking down the street. Their machismo pride doesn't break my stride. It's a compliment, so they say. Nothing to say, or who's honking at me from his Chevrolet. One day, I'm hopping in a limousine and I'm driving away. It won't be long now.
Oh snap, who's that? Don't touch me, I'm too hot. Yes, ¿qué pasó? Here I go, so dopey, tú lo sabes. Nobody sigue. Did you see me? Freak it. What a way to begin the weekend, sonny. Anything you want is free, man. And my dearly beloved Dominican Republic, I haven't forgotten you. Gonna see this, honey, and make a little money, or one day I'll hot jet blue. But until that fateful day, I'm grateful I got a destination. I'm running to make it home, and home's where Vanessa's running away from.
All right. That is Raven. First up in our top 3. Talk about going next level. I feel like it's a big jump for Raven. I was really into that. Let's start with Phil.
Beautiful dancer. We know that. A pleasure to see you. I'm very happy to see you and still in the competition. You bring so much to it. There's an expression. There's just a radiance is what you bring, which is different and unique. And I love it when you stay in that arena. I love things like when you did the envelope hitch kick, little mule kick back, when you did the pencil turn with the flex foot into a layout. When you use that fluidity, I'm dancing with you. I'm partnering with you. I've got your hand. I'm circling you. I love when you stay in that area. The more traditional setup of fourth pirouettes and fouettes and stuff don't intrigue me as much as when you stay in that character and that hips moving and the isolations and the gyrations. That's when you really have me with it, and that's when I think you sparkle the most. I love the color that you added. Usually you come with the dark dancer color, the vibrant colors of the community using the outside. Again, yes, beautiful, upping your game. Wonderful to see you.
All right. Tyler Haynes, were you dancing along?
Oh yeah. I loved it. First shot, we finally got to see you close up. I've been waiting. And so I was like, yes, we're on location. I get to see your face. I loved it. I agree with what Phil said. And I think you elevated, you took a big leap this week. Now I want to see you play I felt like the dynamics kind of were the same a little bit, just for me, for my liking. So now I want you to see, I want you to play more with that. But I felt like I got to know you better through this, through your costuming, your cinematography. You have a beautiful quality of movement. Now I want you to like really dive more into the dynamics of the dance. But great work.
Excellent. And Dilise, what are your thoughts for Raven?
Yeah, Raven, I agree. I love your quality of movement. I love it. I definitely agree with Tyler. I felt like I got to know you better through this. I love that you matched the shirt. I love what you said, Phil, about the colors of the community. I felt like I was there. I felt like I was experiencing something with you. And I just love your groundedness. You're very grounded in the way you dance. And so you're very light up here, but then you separate your body from the bottom half, and I just feel like you're strong and grounded, and that's such a beautiful juxtaposition. I think that I agree with Tyler. I think you could go a little bit further with the dynamics, almost dynamically through the acting part of it more than the movement quality for me. I just feel like there were moments where like we started doing the salsa, and I felt like I wanted to see you just go a little further with that, and then go back into the legato and the freedom of movement there. So just going a little further with your story. That's it. But great job, Raven. Yeah.
All right. Congratulations, Raven, taking us on location, letting us in, letting us see the face. All right. Who else? Who else is in our top 3? Next up is Lily Lindstrom. Lily is going to be dancing to someone in the crowd from La La Land, which she choreographed herself. Today, she wants to send a special thank you to her family at Class Act Performing Arts Studio. Good on you, Class Act. Let's take in Lily.
You got the invitation, you got the right address. You need some medication, the answer's always yes. A little chance encounter could be the one you've waited for. Just squeeze a bit more. Tonight we're on a mission. Tonight's the casting call. If this is the real audition, oh God, help us all. You make the right impression, then everybody knows your name. We're in the fast lane. Someone in the crowd could be the one you need to know. The one to finally lift you off the ground. Someone in the crowd could take you where you want to go. If you're the someone ready to be found. The someone ready to do what you need to do. Till they discover you and make you more than who you think
Well, Lily, I had a smile on my face the entire time. What are those videos like? Wasn't it Lisa Loeb who did the stay video that was all one continuous shot?
Yes.
Way back in the day, if anybody knows who Lisa Loeb is, you get 5 extra points for Gryffindor.
I know who she is, but I don't remember that.
Her music video was like all in one shot. It never cut. That whole first half of it felt like that to me. Anyway, I'm old. The point is, Dilise, I loved it. Did you love it? What are your thoughts?
Oh, I loved it. I was smiling too with you. I thought it was really creative. Cinematography and just the costume change was fabulous. Yeah, it was very lovable, playful. Lily, you're very likable. You're a very likable energy and a beautiful dancer. I think once you did the costume change and we were in the studio, I feel like there were some of those moments you're doing the Susie Q's and I could feel your elatedness, but it just was, for me, I just kept kind of hitting a wall. So I feel like movement wise and through your face. So when we move our body, obviously we're dancers, so we move naturally through our body. We're trained, right, to do that. But then the energy needs to come up through the heart and through the eyes. And I feel like it just kind of stopped, even though I felt your joy, but it can go even further. So, imagine yourself on stage. You're talking about the audience seeing you and experiencing you. So the music is saying that. So really imagine you're on that stage trying to reach the back of the house. So that would be my only critique for you, is just to really go past your comfort zone a little bit more with that. But great job.
Fantastic. Tyler Haynes.
It was such a thoughtful performance this week. The thing is, as a choreographer, and every choreographer is different, but what you did was you really led with the storytelling. It wasn't about a trick or this or whatever. Everything you did at the top, I loved it. The storytelling was spot on. I agree with Dilise. I wanted you to get lost. Finally, where we're in the studio and you're in the dress and it's at the peak of what the song is. I wanted you just to get lost in it. Because that was the only thing lacking for me as well. But I just thought, your storytelling this week, I feel like you've taken our notes and you came to life, and you didn't sacrifice. The storytelling was the focal point aside from you, and I loved it. I thought you were awesome. I loved it. I kept being like, yes, that, yes, that, headshot, props, hand sanitizer, yes, smart, it was funny. It was so thoughtful. It was so thoughtful.
Brought out a lot of Lily's personality, I feel like, for sure. All right, Phil, what are your thoughts?
To just copy what my proteges have said, these my wonderful colleagues have hit it. They love taking such production values, just going zoom with them. The wonderful thoughtfulness of what Tyler's talking about. What Mandy did, with that pedestrian style, that old style, and bringing it modern. You did a wonderful job of adding that in for your own. So going from frame to frame and door to door and scene to scene and each person and our journey. So you took us on this wonderful journey. And then I agree with Dilise that at that point when you had the transition into the costume change and the curtain, I wanted to see a bigger dynamic change to that, where it really was, okay, we're in not just a different location, different costume, but we're a different person. How did this transition change you? Because we saw that wonderful up, and then I wanted to see that really introverted, intimate character that got into that we see as a classical lyrical ballet dancer, where they're very stoic, because then you bust out and go into the Charleston, so that we saw many dynamics and transitions from that. So in that area, yes, I agree, of that change of taking it more into a character change physically as well and musically would have really popped it up again for the button. And I love the, that's all, folks. On it. Great job.
Absolutely. And shout out to the cinematographers that are doing some great work this week as well as our dancers. All right. Moving on. Final dancer in our top 3. Sweating a little bit about it. That top 3 dancer is Maxwell.
Hey!
Maxwell, are you happy? You feel
I am, yes.
He's doing a self-choreographed dance to Sweet Transvestite from Rocky Horror Picture Show. Maxwell wants to send a big thank you to their dance teacher, Morgan DeFonso. All right, take us to Transsexual Transylvania. Let's go.
How do you do, man? See you next, man. Faithful hand in hand. He's just a little broad guy, really. When you knocked, he thought you were carrying out. Don't get strung out by the way I look. Don't judge a book by its cover. I'm not much of a man, but a lot of game. But my mind would never love. I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. Show you I'm living, plain sight. You don't like the world, the grooving. How do you want something visual? It's not too visible. We can take it along. Steve Williams moving. I'm going to leave on your phone. Relieve your phone. We're both in a bit of a hurry. Right? We'll just stay where we are and go back to the car. We don't want to be any worried. Well, you got caught in a flat world. How about that? Well, babies, don't you panic. By the light of the night, you will all seem alright. I'll get you a something, my kid. I'm just a sweet transvestite girl. From transsexual Transylvania.
All right. Maxwell Silverman rounding out that top 3. I'm taking it straight to Tyler Haynes.
Well, it's no secret that I think you're spectacular. I mean, obviously, my response every week, I am so excited to watch you dance. And this has been such an honor to get to know you. And this week, you did not let me down. First song choice, amazing. I love Rocky Horror, so for me, A+ right there. There was a sense of play that I was getting. I want you to work on now, Maxwell, is you've got this, you know who you are. You know the kind of dancer you are. I love that. Now, and we talk about dynamics. Now I want you to find ways to, when you hit it, to hit it. Like, think like, all right, this is a dial. I'm going to dial it up and I'm going to dial it down. There are certain moments that I just wanted you to go further with, like throwing your body or whatever. Not everything, but I want you to go further just with your dynamics. Right now, the dynamics were kind of at like a 75. I want you to find places where you can do it at 1,000 and then go down to a 5. Like, it's just, I always think of it like a dial, dialing it up and then dialing it down. And that was the only thing. I'm being nitpicky with you because I adore you. And now I want to see you really like amp it up and then bring it down with the dynamics. But this was awesome. I had so much fun. I want to see it again. I may watch it again. I don't know. We'll see. Why am I yelling?
Are you yelling at us? Are you mad at us, Tyler? Phil LaDuca, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I talked about my suspicions before. There they are. Max, you never fail to come through. Your choices are always wonderful. You really hit things into where your vein is, where your strength, where you mine your gold from, and it's always fabulous to watch. Again, our job is not to give out awards outside of shoes, but certificates or trophies. It's to help you get to a professional stage. That's really our job. So when we critique you, it's not, oh, they're knocking points off or things. No, we are feeding you information so that you get to the next level, which is very close for you, my friend, of the professional level. These are the things that you need to take. So when we talk about things, like Tyler was saying, and what I felt, a couple of things were, you're great in your isolations, but those contractions, I really want to see that core just really cannonball back. I think you take it easy in that spot. The another area where I was waiting and hoping for you, and Tyler was saying that there are certain things he wants you to go to. I keep waiting for you to take a Prince. Let's go crazy. Yeah, I wanted to see you go crazy at the end, and then just come back out of it like, whew, where did that come from? I wanted to see you go nuts. And the last thing is, darling, you needed a boa. You needed a boa to start that random and go with it, because you're fabulous and we love you.
Rocky Horror 101 with Boa.
Bubba.
And I will say, nothing is going to let you know how deeply you're contracting than the hot pink Leo. That's going to know where that contraction is coming from. Dilise, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. Oh, Maxwell, I love you. We love you and adore you. You're so much fun to watch. The thing is, for me, I agree with Tyler and Phil. I want to see you go further. I know you have it. I feel like there's so much more in you that if you just believe to go past that comfort zone for yourself. Not to say this wasn't fabulous, because I enjoyed every second of it. So again, we're giving critiques just to help you. But I mean, sweet transvestite, like, live that. There was one thing we were doing, like I can't even show you my feet, but they were like pony, like going forward. And I wanted to see you live in it. I wanted to see you living, being that sweet thing, And I agree, maybe a boa would have been nice. But that triple pirouette into the cabriole back and the Fosse arms when you're facing upstage in front of the chair. But yeah, like, take what we're saying and just go. I love what Tyler said. Just dial it up, baby. Just dial it up. It's just all. It's all it needs. It's all it needs. And yeah, Prince is a
Prince.
That was my boy.
Yeah.
Still is. It will always be my boy. And so yeah, watch some old videos, research this kind of thing, and pull from the icons and the legends. But great job.
Awesome stuff. All right, that is a heck of a top three for us. It's fun to watch this all kind of come out. So congratulations, you top three. Fantastic work, but we're not done yet. When we come back, our judges are going to take a look at the awesome almosts and give one contestant a chance to move on to our very final last round of voting. So hang tight. We'll see those awesome almost. Sometimes it's hard to say awesome almost, Coin the phrase. But let's meet them. Whether it's hard to say or not, let's meet those awesome almost. We're in a unique position this week since we have so few contestants left in the competition. You'll all get to see all three performers who are left, which is great.
Oh, wow.
Then you get to save one of them to move forward. So you have your work cut out for you.
Wow.
First up, Bella Denton. Bella is sending a shout out today to her mom for forever being the most supportive person in her life. She says, ever since I was little, Mom always supported my talents and never doubted that I could go far with them. I love you, Mommy. Oh, Bella's performance today is so choreographed. Papa, can you hear me?
Oh, come on.
Yentl. Oh my goodness. Pass
love
out the pictures.
Yes.
Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you see me? Papa, can you find me in the night? Papa, are you near me? Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you help me not be frightened? Looking at the skies, I seem to see a million eyes. Which ones are yours? Where are you now that yesterday has waved goodbye and closed its doors? The night is so much darker. The wind is so much colder. The world I see is so much bigger now that I'm alone. Papa, please forgive me. Try to understand me. Papa, don't you know I had no choice? Can you hear me praying? Anything I'm saying, even though the night is filled with voices. I remember everything you taught me, every book I've ever read. Can all the words in all the books help me to face what lies ahead? The trees are so much taller, and I feel so much smaller. The moon is twice as lonely, and the stars are half as bright.
All right, Bella Denton with Papa, Can You Hear Me? All right, next up, we have Valeria Flores, who's performing, and they just keep moving the line from Smash, which was choreographed by her friends at Class Act Performing Arts Studio. Valeria wants to thank her friends, family, and Class Act Performing Arts Studio for all the love and support within pursuing her dreams. And that's what it's all about, is pursuing your dreams. Let's move that line.
The field was bright with clover. I saw the finish sign. I started as a rover, and then victory was mine. I thought the race was over, but they just keep moving the line. I jumped all of the hurdles to break out of the pack. I started on the outside and then hit the inside track. I left the other fillies back at the starting gate. Was ready on my mark. I got to set to hurry up and wait. So talent and ambition won me a chance to shine. I aced the big audition, but it's raining on cloud nine. Can't beat the competition, 'cause they just keep moving the line. I handled every corner, each bump along the track. And when I saw the ribbon, well, there was no turning back. I won the photo finish, I posed for other men. But before I got my trophy, well, the race began again. So I made friends with rejection, I straightened up my spine. I'll change each imperfection till it's time to drink the wine. I toast to resurrection, but they just keep moving the line. Please give me some direction, 'cause they just keep moving the line.
Valeria Flores. They just keep moving the line. And finally, Emma Staccato. Emma is dancing to Memory from Cats, choreographed by Nick Gomez. Emma wants to say thank you to her parents and her incredible dance teacher. Take it away, Emma. Moonlight.
Midnight, not a sound from the pavement. Has the moon lost her memory? She is smiling alone in the lamplight. The withered leaves collect at my feet, and the wind begins to moan. Memory, all alone in the moonlight, I can smile at the old days. I was beautiful then. I remember the time I knew what happiness was. Let the memory live again. Burned out ends of smoky days, the stale cold smell of corn. The street lamp dies, another night is over, another day is dawning. Touch me, it's so easy to leave me all alone with the memory of my days in the sun. If you touch me, you'll understand what happiness is. Look, a new day has begun.
All right, Emma Staccato. Now our judges are going to have a talk, and we're going to bring in a moment. They're going to tell us who they're moving through to the final round.
These boots and shoes are made for much more than walking, having been knighted the Gucci of dance shoes by the New York Times, as well as the Lord of the Dance Shoes. Phil LaDuca, a former Broadway song and dance man himself, founded LaDuca Shoes some 20 years ago, and dance has never been the same. His creations have graced the feet of such luminaries as Meryl Streep, Katy Perry, Hugh Jackman, Billy Porter, Taylor Swift, Beyoncé, and Harry Styles, to name a few. The official shoe of the Radio City Rockettes, from Broadway to West End, Tokyo to Sydney, LaDuca covers the world of dance. Handmade by fourth-generation, old-world Italian cobblers using the finest Italian leathers, we proudly present the world's first flexible character shoe, the original, the only. Step up, step out, and step into the best. LaDuca Shoes, made by a dancer, for the dancer.
All right, we are back, and I know this big, beautiful Broadway world out there is waiting with bated breath. I love alliteration. You've had a conversation. Phil LaDuca, I turn it to you to let the world know who's going through for this final round of voting.
This was probably our biggest conference between all of us to talk about. We really had a lot to say. And what I want to say for my esteemed colleagues is that one of the points that we spoke about that we're very passionate about and why we are doing this is that we want to impart onto the dancers what we have learned from the industry. And one of the things that came up in this conversation we just had, and it covers the whole gamut. And the reason I want to say it now is so that everybody who is involved now, not just the people going forward, but all of the dancers who have performed prior, that please take this to heart as well, that you have to understand the technique is wonderful, but don't rely just on technique, because unless you are at the level of an incredible technical dancer, you just paint yourself into a corner. You have to really be a full dancer, which encompasses mostly the dramatic, the characterization. So no matter how wonderful your technique is, we still need to make sure we see that interpretation, the thoughtfulness, the character that you're giving within that performance, whether your technique is fantastic or whether your technique isn't as good. We are more interested in seeing how you take a piece of music and interpret it rather than just do a series of dance steps. That's not the homework, the assignment. The assignment is to take a piece of music and let it flow through you, and we see what comes out from that. That is what we want to see. And we saw that in so many times throughout this competition. It's wonderful. And I don't even like to use the word competition because it's not competing. You are exhibiting your beautiful talents to us. And we are just picking these wonderful flowers. And so we pick one more beautiful flower to come with us this week. And I say, Bella, Bella. Bella's coming along with us.
All right. Bella Denton is going along for the final ride. That is it, my friends. Judges, thank you very much. Phil, I thought that was beautifully put. And I hope all these dancers take it to heart to know that they have so much in them to apply in just that way. I think that's fantastic. I wish somebody told me that when I was 16 years old and dancing. Congratulations to our top 3, nay 4. We'll be back next week for our big finale episode on Friday, August 20th at 8 p.m. to announce the winners of Broadway World's Next on Stage Dance Edition Season 2. Who will it be? Well, you'll have to tune in to find out. That's all there is to it. Make sure you follow Broadway World on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to see when next round's voting opens up to the public on Monday. Your vote counts. This is the time. Thank you all so much. I'm your Broadway buddy, Ben Cameron. Have a great night and keep on dancing.
On dance.